So ladies and gentlemen, we gonna get to the psychology of how us motherfuckers think.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Yo, cause I read a few things. I saw a couple things online on like the tests that guys do on women, and I'm just like, yeah, some of it's true, but it's so generalized. I'm just like, let me think. How do we really test women? And we do it subconsciously. You know what I mean? We don't do it like with the intent of testing. So when you meet a new girl or whatever, right away, immediately, men, we're in like a sexual kind of mindset.
Yeah.
We're looking, you know, how do I sleep with this woman?
Yeah.
Right? That's the first mindset that we're in.
It's the truth, though.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's a few tests that we do. There's the sexual one. There's the one where there's like a humor test. It's like the sarcasm test almost, like testing your humor, your sarcasm,
what your personality is like.
Exactly. And then there's like I call it your care test. Like how much do you actually care about me? You know what I mean? Or is this just like something that's you know, surface level, shallow? How deep does this pool go?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is it an 8 feet pool or is it 3 feet? Like you can't go in the deep end.
Yeah, how deep are we going, baby? Are we diving into the deep end?
Or is it the shallow end where you don't want to dive?
We just gonna stay in the shallow end? Okay. See, but there's things we do as men to test whether or not it's something that's gonna be long term or something that's just gonna be short term, right? And there's 3 things that I thought of. The 3 things. First, it's a sexual test, right? It's how you respond to me or a guy wanting to advance sexually.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Normally when I say the sexual test, like you're thinking, oh, I gotta hold out so he can respect me. It's not yes and no. It's like, are you respecting your own boundaries, right? If you want to hook up with somebody, like, and you hook up with them, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, but you're the one in control. Yeah. Right? You're the one not allowing him to overstep your comfort level. That's the test right there. Right? If it goes too quick, right? And you allow the guy to overstep your comfort level, then that's you failed the test, right? But if we're going at your pace and you wanted to hook up on the 2nd date, 3rd date, whatever, because you wanted to, and you know that kind of comes across clear to us because you know you are the one that was initiating, or you were the one that kind of like, if we went to try to be a little bit physical with you by touching or whatever, you kind of slowed us down. Like you set your boundaries. Yeah. And then you allowed us to pass as you were comfortable. That's the test right there. Yeah. Right? If there's a guy who tries to overstep those boundaries or whatever, is a little impatient, isn't respecting it, and then starts to guilt trip you, get mad or whatever, he failed the test. Absolutely he did. Right? He failed the test. You don't want, that's not the type of guy, because then that's just going to lead to other things that he's going to guilt you over. Exactly. I don't get my way, then fucking, It's like, bro, you got to respect each other's boundaries, period. Absolutely, right? 100%. So that's the first test, is a sexual test. Don't let him overstep your boundaries, go at your own pace. And wherever that boundary is, doesn't matter if you slide it in and you're initiating right away, like, you're going to get a man's respect. Yeah. You know what I mean? A man's respect. Absolutely. Emphasis on the word man. Emphasis on the word. Right? Absolutely, I agree wholeheartedly. And then the second test is that sarcasm test, the humor test, right? So when we're hanging out and, you know, I crack a joke or I'm a little sarcastic with you, how are you handling it? Are you getting easily offended? Yeah. Can you dish it back? Yeah. You know what I mean? Can you take a joke, or are you just like too uptight a little bit? You know what I mean? Different guys have different levels of sarcasm. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like we're trying to see, are you cool? Are you down to earth? Are you just a vibe? Can we laugh together? Can we have fun together? Can we fuck around and just like not take life so seriously together?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's a big sign for a guy, you know, how we're gonna handle situations in the future.
Right.
Right.
Because
and how much I'm gonna enjoy your company outside of the bedroom.
That part.
Right?
Which is very much a life there. You know what I'm saying? It's not just solely
we gotta
dependent.
laugh together.
Yeah.
You know, us guys, we love laughter. We love having fun. We're immature little kids sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's gonna be a lot of this sarcasm and joking and not taking things so seriously sometimes. Mm-hmm. This goes both ways.
Yeah.
You know, so if you can have fun together, boom, that's a good sign.
That's a great sign.
Right. But also, you know, we're if we go too far with a joke that might be a little bit, you kind of, that was like kind of rude or, and you know, and you could voice it. Don't feel, because you don't want receive passive aggressive insults.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's certain a line, and then if you can make that line known, you know, that's respectable.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's okay, cool. I'm not gonna joke like that anymore. But it's still, like, we could still have fun together, but now I know that there's a line. You ain't.
Because it shows you don't take life too seriously for one, and then you have substance to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we yearn for that.
Yeah, you don't have to laugh at everything, right? If he tells a bad joke,
you don't just laugh. Just
I got called out on this one time. It wasn't even a joke I was trying to make. You know how you could use the word bitch, like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, you know, kind of just like to your friends and whatnot, like,
right.
Damn,
but your girl?
bitch. Yeah, like I say that like sometimes to my girlfriends.
Oh, okay.
But that to me, that's like a sign that like we're cool with each other. We're it's like you're my sister, my home girl. Like it's a sensitive word, right? So we were drinking one time, and you know, I got too comfortable too quick.
Okay,
right?
What happened? I'm dying to hear it.
I got comfortable too quick, and a question was like, I don't know, can't remember exactly what it was, but somebody said something to me. I was like, bitch, please, like something like that. And she's like, excuse me, like, what did you call me? I was like, whoa, I immediately backtracked.
Immediately retracted.
Right away, I apologized. I was like, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
Right, but she took it like really serious.
So even after you apologized?
She still kind of gave me shit about it. And then it was like, it's cool to call me out, right? But now you're like...
chastising you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just like, see now, like, what else is that gonna lead to, right?
Right. Because I can see if you kept on that, then she would have justification to feel some type of way about it. But I mean, you apologized and you caught it right off the rip. So it's like, why are you still coming at me? Like, I didn't mean it.
No, she's like, she wasn't like really coming at me hard, but she was giving me shit, and she just kind of kept going with it. And I was just like, okay, so, you know, this kind of tells me that
you can't joke with her like that.
Yeah, or you're just gonna hold things over my head as soon as something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna get over it. It's gonna be a pain for us to get over anything.
Yeah.
You know, and move on. Yeah. And that's like respect, but I'm not that dude. I'm gonna fuck up a lot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna make mistakes. Let's move on. Let's figure it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's that test. And then the final one, do you know the final one?
What's the final one?
It's like
dun, 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 dun.
The care and consideration part of it. It's like, does this person, okay, now we have a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, it could be a mild relationship, right? Maybe just friends with benefits, right? And this is what happened to me. Every time I catch myself catching feelings, it's because they start to show that they care, like really care, right? And it's like small little gestures.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing like crazy. Like they go out of their way. You know, when they come over one time, I brought one of your favorite foods or this little snack for you. I thought you might like this while you work. You know, something small, nonchalant. It's like she's not trying to, like, impress me or anything. She's just like, it was no big deal.
Right.
Right.
Casual.
It's like, but I was thinking about you. I considered you. I was being considerate.
Being thoughtful.
A little bit. Well, it didn't really go too far. I didn't go out of my way or whatever. But it's like, I did this for you. I'm like, oh. That was kind of thoughtful.
Very thoughtful.
She's like, I'm not just a walking penis to her.
Oh, it didn't occur to me that I'm not just a piece of meat.
It's like,
I really appreciate you.
She actually kind of gives a shit. She's considerate, hey, I thought you might like this. I wanted, maybe you'd want to come and check this out with me. Or that, that type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, do you find yourself doing the same thing?
Yeah. I told it came down to the point where me going out of my way to do shit that I wouldn't normally do, and it was just so natural of a occurrence and organic.
But what made you that way?
The way she made me feel about myself.
Yeah.
I feel like when the person can make you feel better about yourself than how you were before they even came in your life, then that speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, oh wow, so you're a benefit to me, you're an enhancement to my life, and I'm starting to realize that okay, so now I can sort of be comfortably me and give you that love that I naturally would give to someone that I feel cares about me enough to enhance my life, to want me to do better and want me to become better and want to do thoughtful things here and there to show that, oh wow, damn, you didn't have to, but thank you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so for you, this kind of goes at, I'm sure a lot of people maybe listening have heard of the 5 love languages. Yeah. Words of affirmation. She's somebody that motivated you. Yeah. Encouraging, help, build up your self-esteem, help reinforce this image that she wants you to think of yourself, and it makes you feel good, and it's damn.
Yeah, and also the service.
Yeah.
Acts of service.
Yeah. That's a sign of her caring. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's okay, that makes me like you some more.
Because especially when she's not being asked to do any of this stuff.
Yeah, or not, that's the part.
And not feeling oh, I have to be obligated to do this. When you're doing it out of your own genuine want, then that shows me that, okay, wow, now this connection is starting to deepen. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I think that's a very important factor right there.
Right. And it's if the guy doesn't reciprocate that, those acts of kindness or those words of affirmation or whatever, then it's okay, maybe he's taking those acts of kindness for granted. Yeah. And maybe he's not in a stage in his life where he may notice it, but he's doesn't want to reciprocate it because he knows if he does, then it's going to lead to something that he's not ready for. Yeah. It's okay, cool. I'm going to leave you be then. You know what I mean? I'm going to start to back off. That part. Because you can't force it. You can't force it.
You cannot force it. And neither do you want to force it. No. I feel anything that you have to force or feel like you need to force, it's not worth
You'll
doing.
never have to force a guy to commit that wants commitment.
Exactly.
That he might not admit it to himself or out loud. Yeah. But if he wants it deep down, you won't have to force it.
100%.
Right? Right. Yeah. And you test, is this person like this? Is it going to be like that? And then when you see it, you're ooh. Yeah. Okay, now that I could feel a deeper connection rather than a surface level connection, this is somebody that I would consider to be a life. Yeah. Somebody I could go further with, right?
100%.